Do you travel with other people? The answer is probably yes. For 99% of us, we do photography as a hobby, which means we're often traveling with other people because it'd be very expensive and very time consuming to go out and be traveling on your own if this isn't your full-time career. So I have been thinking about this concept as someone who, like I said, for 99% of the time, I'm personally always out with someone, whether that be family, friends, colleagues, whoever that might be. I'm always out with someone whilst I'm taking photos. So I wanted to do a video talking about that and maybe some of the ways we can balance that and socializing, making sure that you're not holding people up, and just some of the tips and tricks and sort of my ethos around taking photos with other non-photographers. As you do have to remember, as interesting as we find taking photos and photography, for 99% of people, they don't really get it and it's not really for them. So you have to be aware of their feelings and what they want to do and try and balance that out to make sure you can still take some fantastic photos, you can still grow as a photographer, but mix that in with your holidays, with any little mini trips, weekend breaks, or maybe afternoon walks. I think the first thing you can do when you're traveling with non-photographers, and what I mean by this is people that are not taking a dedicated camera out with them to take photos. I know people take photos with their iPhones, but I think non-photographer to me really means someone who's not taking a camera out with them. So with that said, the first thing I would think about doing is maybe trying to get other people involved, whoever you're with. So like for instance, if you're with a partner, getting them involved with your photography so they don't feel left out of the process. Because whilst as photographers we're looking for shots and we should have quite a keen eye for things, there might be shots that we miss or don't think about. So if we're getting partners involved in that process, one, they're also looking, two, they're feeling some form of engagement with the photos that you're taking, and then maybe afterwards when you're reviewing them, they feel like there's some photos that they might like and might want to take with them. So they're getting some satisfaction out of you taking those photos. Basically, if you've got friends and family, tell them that obviously you're going out today and you've got the trip planned, what it is you're doing, where you're going, and then tell them, you know, if there's a photo that you think I should take, let me know and I'll take it, and review the photos with them. So once you've taken a photo and you think it's cool, look at the back screen with them, say, do you think this is cool? They might have an idea to take a slightly different photo and take that on board, because obviously as photographers, we should always be trying to improve. So you're only going to do that by taking some form of criticism, and from family and friends, that's really a good thing. So yeah, just, you know, get them involved, don't make them feel left out, don't tell them, no, I'm not taking a photo of that. Make them feel part of the process, and I think you'll have probably an easier time of things and maybe take more photos that you're happy with. I think another point that I want to talk about when you're with non-photographers is doing activities that necessarily, not necessarily for photographers. So like today we went on a boat trip, maybe not the most I can take a photo of or the best use of my time if I was trying to take some good photos, but I think you need to balance the difference between getting photos that you want and doing that activity and your hobby, which is photography, and doing the hobbies and activities of other people, whether that be visiting, you know, museums, gardens, shopping, even whatever that might be. You need to balance out with the other person so it doesn't all feel like whenever you're going out for a day trip, let's say for instance, that it's just all about you. You need to make sure that it isn't just about you, it's about everyone that you're with, whether that's family and friends, whatever that might be. And again, that will make them more receptive when maybe you want to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes waiting for the perfect shot somewhere, because they know you've been dragged along to one of their activities. You might be able to tell that I've had an outfit change. This is a couple of days after I started recording. The next topic I want to talk about when you're with someone else who's a non-photographer is making them the subject. I think it is a fantastic way of being more creative, and I think it's a great way of trying new things and getting better at photography. Portrait photography is certainly an art, and being good at it is very difficult. And I think making whoever you're with, friends, family, the subject in your photo is a great way of getting them involved so they're not feeling left out. Whether that might be utilising a nice piece of light that you've seen, you want them to walk through it, or just taking a nice photo of them so they can post something on Instagram. Again, it's giving back to them a little bit. So again, something to worth thinking about whilst you're taking some photos, maybe saying, let me snap a few of you. You can see how good your camera's autofocus is with face detection, and yeah, you get better photography that way as well. And they've got some photos to post on Instagram, and they can maybe tag you in them and say thank you. So again, one more thing to do when you're with non-photographers. Third outfit change of this video, and we're back in the office. Didn't finish the video whilst I was out on holiday, so I'm going to finish it here in the office. The last point I want to make when you're traveling with non-photographers is giving them the camera. Now, this might seem like a funny one. Why would you give over your 15, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 pound camera to a novice? But I think a lot of the time as photographers, of course, we're behind the lens, we're taking the photos. And a lot of the time when we're with non-photographers, they haven't really got an idea of how we see things through the camera, what it is we're doing, why it is that we're wanting to wait 5-10 minutes in a certain location, maybe waiting for the sun to come over, or what it might be. So by giving them the camera, you're giving them the opportunity to encouraging them to get into photography. My girlfriend on this trip, for the first time ever, she bought a disposable camera because of my influence taking photos. Now she wants to get a film camera so she can start doing more of that because she likes that process. So I've sparked something in her to start her own photography journey, which I think is a fantastic thing, and hopefully we stay together. But if we don't, that's something that hopefully she'll keep doing now, is taking photos, and that's because of me, no one else. So I think as photographers, our number one task when we're with non-photographers, almost like a cult, is we need to be cultivating them to become photographers in whatever way that might be. Now, by giving them your camera, you're giving them a taster into photography and how cool it is, because being a photographer is pretty cool. So again, that was the last little thing I wanted to talk about. I hope for those people out there that, like me, you're always out with other people. It's something you can think about when you're next out with other people, whether that be getting them involved, making them the subject. Of course, keeping them in mind and doing activities with them that you want to and they want to do. And thirdly, letting them have control, let them have a go of your camera, and you never know, they might convert you. You might convert them. That makes more sense. All right. Cheers, everyone. Bye.